Hello children, myself Suchasmita Malik. Today I am going to teach you a new chapter in English literature. So children, your chapter 2 of English literature is The Land of Storybooks. So children, your chapter 2 of English literature is Land of Storybooks. Children, this poem The Land of Storybooks is written by Robert Louis Stevenson. In this poem, we are going to read about a little boy and his imaginary world. At evening, so your first stanza, let's begin our poem. The first stanza, look at the first stanza of the poem. At evening, when the lamp is lit, around the fire my parents sit. They sit at home and talk and sing and do not play at anything. So children, the poem begins with in the first stanza, the poem begins with the speaker describing how in the evening when his parents are doing nothing but sitting around and talking, they are not all of what they are doing is they are just sitting. The poet's parents, they were just sitting at home and talking and singing and they are not playing at anything. So let's see our second stanza. Now with my little gun I crawl all in the dark along the wall and follow round the forest track away behind the sofa back. So what do you mean by track, children? Track means a rough path or a road. Okay, so track means a rough path or a road. So in the second stanza, the child continues on describing his own evening activities. He spent his time roaming in his house with his little gun. So let's go to third stanza, children. There in the night, where none can spy, all in my hunter's camp, I lie and play at books that I have read till it is time to go to bed. So children, what do you mean by spy? Spy means a person who tries to get secret informations about the enemy. So what in the third stanza the poet is trying to say? The speaker describes himself as playing with books that he has read. In the third stanza, the speaker, he describes himself as playing with books that he has read Now we will go to fourth stanza. So in the fourth stanza, see children, these are the hills, these are the woods, these are my starry solitudes, and there the river by whose brink the roaring lions come to drink. So what in the fourth stanza, what the poet or what the speaker is trying to tell? Behind the sofa, away from his family, the boy finds hills and woods. This place are his alone and provide him with starry solitude. So children, behind the sofa and away from the family, the boy finds hills and woods. And these places are his alone with starry solitude. So children, what do you mean by solitude? Solitude means lonely place, and this was his lonely place, and these places are his alone and provide him with starry solitude. It is in this place that he is the happiest. He can see a river from which lions come to drink. So he can see a river from which the lions come to drink. So children, let's see our fifth stanza. I see the others far away, as if in firelit camp they lay. And I, like to an Indian scout, around their party prowled about. So children, what do you mean by scout? Scout means person sent out to see what the enemy is doing. And prowled means moved about quietly and secretly. So, in the fifth stanza, the speaker continues to describe another place. In the fourth stanza, he had gone to hills and woods, and in the fifth stanza, he is continuing and continues on to describe another place he can visit. He is able to observe a firelit camp. He is like an Indian scout who is unseen and unheard. The Indian scout is unseen and unheard. The world, he is capable of seeing the world and prowling about in it without anyone knowing. Prowling means moved about quietly and secretly. So children, he is capable of seeing the world and prowling about in it without anyone knowing, so that no one can know he is capable of seeing the whole world and without he is capable of seeing the whole world secretly and quietly. So, in the last stanza, let's see what the speaker is telling. So, when my nurse comes in for me, home I return across the sea and go to the bed with backward looks at my dear land of storybooks. So, in the sixth stanza, in the last stanza, the evening is ending. His nurse comes to fetch him from his camp. So, in this stanza, the speaker nurse comes to fetch him from his camp. Then from where we can know that he returned back to he's returning back to his home. So you can see this line, home I return across the sea. It is a sign. This sign tells us that it is a time to return across the sea, means to return to the real world. Till now he was just dreaming, and when the nurse comes to fetch him, he returned to his real world. As he led to his room, he looks back at his place behind the sofa. Then, as the nurse fetched him to the room, he led to his room. He looked back at his place behind the sofa, but he will return again the next day. So, children, you have to complete or you have to write these meanings in your literature copy. So children, before ending the video, I would like to tell you something that in chapter 1 Cinderella chapter, children, the chapter 1, that is page 5 of Cinderella, I have given you the question and answers. There is a slight mistake which you have to correct it and you have to write it. Here see question number 4 Cinderella chapter, you see question number chapter 1 Cinderella, you see question answers. I have written the question number 4. Why did Cinderella's stepmother not want her to attend the royal ball? I have written Cinderella's stepmother did not wanted. I have written. So children, kindly cut ed and only write want. Cinderella's stepmother did not want her to attend the royal ball because she was jealous of her beauty. I have written it by mistakenly. I have written wanted. So children, kindly cut ed and write want. That Cinderella's stepmother did not want her to attend the royal ball because she was jealous of her beauty. So children, kindly correct this one in your literature copy. Thank you.